Don is the president of 2A Oklahoma Association. That is a grassroots organization that has done amazing things for the people of Oklahoma, and 2A Women is proud to compliment them as a complimentary agency and back them up. Oklahoma 2A is responsible for creating, modifying, and repealing over 100 gun measures in Oklahoma in the past 10 years, and 17 gun bills signed into law in the past 3 years, including constitutional carry. I can tell you for a fact that other than Jan Morgan, when this guy comes to the state capitol, because this is, I know when I go to the state capitol in Arkansas, I can see the legislators texting each other, she's here. They do the same thing with Don Spencer. Please welcome Don Spencer. Don, 2A Women would like to present you with this Liberty Award. It says, Award of Excellence presented to Don Spencer in recognition of his exemplary record in advancing liberty by defending the constitutional rights of the people of Oklahoma. Congratulations.
This is awesome. I tell you what, it was 10 years ago, I was told, actually maybe just a little over that, I was told you can't get it done. You can't get it done, which was really a big mistake, and my mom will be the first one to tell you what stubborn looks like. I was told I couldn't leave my gun in the car to go take an armed security guard class at a VOTEC. It was a felony. To take an armed security guard class to leave my gun in the car was a felony. And this is absolutely stupid, doesn't make sense. The Oklahoma Second Amendment Association had been founded by a guy that said, you know, the long distance guys aren't taking care of it from the national organizations. We need something right here in our own backyard to keep an eye on this and what's going on. And so it was real easy for me to jump on that bandwagon real quickly because I had an immediate need I wanted to address. And as a CLEAT certified instructor for Oklahoma, I realized if you point out a problem, you show how to remedy the problem, and then you give the support for the problem, legislators like you, or they hate you. And I'm not, it doesn't matter to me either way. But like I say, when you can identify this problem and continue to say, okay, now we need to fix this problem on top of this, and you don't come into this with an all or nothing attitude because you will get nothing. We work by incrementalism. And we just keep pushing the ball, just keep down till we finally get all of our constitutional rights back. And believe it or not, I say this quite often, but the biggest problem in Oklahoma is the Republicans. Yep. I say that quite often because we have a supermajority in the House, a supermajority in the Senate, and we have the governor's office. So you don't even need a Democrat because they're basically irrelevant. So if you can't get something returned, so here's what we do. We work to make sure when I sit in a committee meeting or up in the gallery during a vote, many of you know I'm up there, and we make sure we let the people know as soon as 5 minutes after the vote how their legislator voted on that bill. So either they love you or they hate you. It's real simple. It's not complicated. And keeping a grading system has been one of the best things we've done. We've even expanded this year. I'm so glad to have the sheriffs here. This year, OK2A has made the effort to endorse sheriff's races to make sure we have constitutionally minded people in those positions. It's just too important not to. It's a lot of time-consuming effort to do so, but again, it's so valuable to do this. Oklahoma had 26 counties that said, we're going to be a defender, a sanctuary for Second Amendment in this county. And this all started before the virus, and now that election has come in, these guys that did their counties, hey, we're Second Amendment county, they turned in a survey to us, we're right on board with them. And guess who's regretting that they didn't get on board as a sanctuary county? They didn't stand up for the people. Well, I'm going to do it, I don't have to do it. Yeah, we want to hear from you. We want something. Well, it's just political. It's just making someone feel good. Yeah, we like feeling good, knowing our sheriff's going to defend our liberty. It does feel pretty good. That's right. So anyway, from Oklahoma, it's great to be a part to get so many things moving forward, but you cannot do it unless you have dynamic people who know what the Constitution is before they get there in the state capitol. And it's not a place where you come to get your life together. It's a place where you need to have it together before you get there. And today we've got Representative Stegall from Yukon and State Senator Dom out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, are two gentlemen that have their act together, and like I say, it's refreshing to actually deal with someone that's not going to shake at the thought of a gun bill coming in front of them to vote on. So we provide a lot of cover for that, and we communicate with that. And again, it's a personal working relationship with these legislators. So if you don't have your phone number or your legislator's phone number on your phone, you're already failing. You're already failing. Whether it be their mobile number, whether it be their office number, either one. You have to do that. You also need to have their email addresses ready to go. And so, because just like we just heard, 6 people can make a difference. What can 60 do? What can 600 do? And just like I told Jan last night, one of the best feelings is when you walk into a senator's office and the first thing he says is, make them quit calling. Make them quit calling. That's when you know you're doing some good. And again, we also, our people, we make sure you're going to call a legislator, don't you even think about being cross, foul, won't get us anywhere. It'll drag us back to the wrong direction. And I actually get compliments from the legislative assistants that say, you know what, your guys call up, they're persistent, but at least they're polite. Yeah, that's right. And I tell you what, it's so good to be with the 2A women on this whole organization and this effort, because the fact is, when the women stand up against all this garbage, it will be quicker to go away, because you've been the soft target for way, way too long. And unfortunately, you're going to have to, just like the rest of it, stand up, own it. It's your liberty. You got to protect it. And that's why we're here today. And I'm so glad to be a part of this. And Jan Morgan, so thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sean, you got a standing ovation, just so you know. He's a workhorse. I wish we had like 20 of them here in Arkansas.